Hello. So,
Hey,
hello, Ran. How are you?
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. For anyone who doesn't know, Ran is a successful entrepreneur in the real estate industry, and especially in the USA. And it's been really difficult to get him. Yet we managed to, due to his great generosity and his wish to help. Ran, why would you tell us a bit of yourself? How do you describe yourself to someone on the street who doesn't know you?
That's a very good question. We don't always know how to explain the others who we are. Well, I'm 56 years old. I born in a kibbutz in Israel. I left the kibbutz about 25 years ago. I have 4 kids. I did a lot of things, a lot of activity during my life. And in the last few years, I went to Project X program, which is leading toward real estate in the United States or in other countries. And then I found out that actually I started my real estate when I was 10 years old.
Really?
And when I was 10 years old, every weekend, my father used to take me and we went to build one of the houses of my brothers and sisters. We are 7 brothers and sisters. All of us have a house. To my father, the most important was to have a house on our roof, a roof on ourselves. So every Saturday, every weekend, every time we could, we just went and we built. So those hands really dig and built cement and walls and roof and everything what needed. I had a bit of a shock after that during this time. In the beginning, I like it. Then it was tiring. I was a kid. I didn't know what I'm doing. My father was a very strong person, very smart person. So I felt uncomfortable in this sector. And when we came to be a bit older, when I went to the army and this, then I stopped it. I have some real estate here in Israel, and I was afraid to do real estate overseas. But when I saw the prices of real estate in Israel and the loss of money, I felt I can do better for my home and for myself. And then I lost my father about 5 years ago. And that was the time that I started to flower, to open my flower and just ran all over. But it wasn't just moving from one stage to the other. I've been dealing since 2008 in Africa. I'm developing project over there, agriculture project. Also built an ecological village over there. And now I'm doing so many activities in the same time that real estate is one of them. But it's a cause, it's not a purpose. I mean, it's not my only activity. I'm trying to do it in a smart way, and I'm trying to do it in the way that will fit me. Lucky, I was lucky in April. My 2 boys, one of them is 36 and the other one is 28, they decided to join Project X 30, and they finished these courses. And now for 2021, we are working together as a team. And as a father, it's exciting. I learned to work for my father. Now I work with my kids. So the table in my house is about 2 evenings a week dealing with real estate from all time, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's creation. It's a dream come true.
It's simply incredible. And many people ask me for those interviews is maybe you could interview people who does many stuff, and they also do real estate. So you're the classic example of this. How do you manage all this time? How do you find times for all stuff and still put the efforts and make it productive?
First of all, we can't do everything by ourselves. And before that, we have to know it. We have to understand that we are not one-man gang. Because each one has got his own quality and his own capacity, but we are not perfect. One thing that I know for sure, for example, I'm good with estimating, but I'm not good with numbers. I'm good with finding deals or making the other one to find the deal for me. And then I trust him to do all what it needed to be done. I'm a very trustable person. So, and I know I can't do everything. And I'm fooling around myself all the time with other people that will complete my default. That means that the things I can't do. On the other thing, I got a certain of passion that when I got an activity, I'm in it, but I'm deciding very fast. I take the decision very fast. I don't waste time. If it's a go, it's a go. It will take 10 minutes to decide if I go into a deal or no. Then I will check it, but 10 minutes max. I already know what it is. For example, I'm into a multifamily deal now. It's been a week that I'm checking it with one more partner, one from America and one from here.
All right.
I already have the number that I'm willing to pay for that from the first 10 minutes that I got the deal. But I still went and check. And now in the next 40, I gave myself another 48 hours, like a week time, to take the decision if I go into this deal or not, because it's a big deal. It's not a house. So it's managing your decision. Because when you doubt your decision, you're wasting time. When you, in your mind, you still have this issue of thinking if yes or no, it's a doubt. And then, there is more than 60,000 thoughts crossing through our mind every day. We are dealing with maybe 50 to 100. That means if these 5 decisions stay with you for a week, you don't let new decision to come in. And one more thing, when you do something with passion and you trust your friend or your partner and you understand you can't do everything, you can do multiply activity in the same time.
What do you mean?
I got about 4 teams now in 3 different cities checking deals for me. With each one of them, I built a trust. But if it's a good deal, cash, I buy, I close, I'm working fast. I'm not the one that stopped the deal. He is the one that stopped the deal. They know it. I speak to them once a week, no more than that. I don't bug them too much. You have to let the person bring you the right deal in his way. Don't force him. Don't bug him with questions. Be a decider. Decide what you decide. And give the other one also the option to show you that he's capable of doing in you what you are expecting him to do. But if you doubt what he's bringing you, then it's not a trust.
All right. So
So
just as just as Robert says, it's a matter of building trust, building relationship, to verify again, and yet to make decisions, because if you don't make decisions, the business doesn't grow. And you basically say, in order to earn my trust, I want to see results. So show me that you're capable, show me that you are qualified to do what you say that you do. On my side, whenever it's good, it will go, it will happen. All I need to know is that I can trust you to make things happen.
Yeah, but even with your trust, always keep 10% of your trust to yourself.
Why is that?
Never, even to your wife, don't give her 100% of. You must defend your heart. You must learn how to work with your heart. You must learn how to work with your body, with all your senses. When the minute you bring yourself into the deal or yourself to the other side, then the other side will do everything for you. But when I bring all myself inside, or all my thought, or all my talent, or all whatever it will be called, when I bring it in, some information I will keep to myself. And I will take it out on the right time. In the end, everybody will know everything. But in the beginning of every move, I will take some information and keep it for myself. For example, you work with a dealer that brings you a deal. You ask him a price. You ask ARV, you ask comps. Then you go and you call another agent, 2 or 3, and you ask the prices. And you ask the comps. Then you compare. To the dealer you're working with, it does not must know on the beginning that you are checking. Verify, what we call, okay?
All right.
This is some information you keep for yourself. And then you cross the information you got from 3 or 4 different dealers or different agents. And when you cross it, you find what is the truth. You don't have to tell this information to your dealer from the first minute you speak to him. You keep this information. And after a while, when you build the trust and when you decide to go on the deal, you can tell him, listen, you know, I checked what you told me. I found out that you are the best, the most trustable. But since it's my money, it's my privilege to decide who am I checking with. So I also make him work harder to satisfy me and to give me the right answers. It's not satisfy me, it satisfy the deal.
All right. Nice. So what I take from this is to manage the trust in a manner that it is in the pure purpose of a win-win situation. You do want that the guy or girl you're working with to be fully trusted, and that you want them to work hard, and you want them to be felt as their efforts has a purpose. So would you say you do this all the time, or do you do this only with new relationships?
It's all the time.
All the time.
It's all the time. I had a contractor, we did 4 or 5 houses together. Everything went beautiful. I went to his home with my wife twice. I came with my daughter to his home. We met the family. 6 months after, he stole my money. So you can never know where it will come from. So you must be, in a way, egoist.
Yeah.
You must build the trust, keep some information to you, and defend your money. Don't be naive. On the other hand, we have to remember, real estate, it's a way of life. Real estate, it's to make your money work for you. Does not mean that you must work for him.
I see.
So if I want this passive money, I work very hard in the beginning. By the way, if I can quote my father, he said that real estate is 30 years of a deal. In our world today, we work so fast. We finish a deal in a year time, 6 months time, 8 months time, 2 years time. So if you take the 30 years that has some weight on it, let's say about 10 years ago, until about 10 years ago, and you take the fast time that we push our telephone and we do everything what we want on the telephone, but real estate, it's a way of living. Does not mean I will not sleep and I will work as a slave for that.
Yeah,
And
but
I didn't get yet my silence of, as we say, the bread, what I need for per month. I'm still hungry, but I'm not ready to kill my life for that.
yeah, it sounds like you're really passionate about what you do, and you always look for the next few challenges ahead. I would appreciate if you could speak, as we're a bit short of time, maybe you could speak a little bit of how your kids got into the business, how the family dynamic goes.
I got so excited that I can close a deal in a week time in America, and in Israel it takes me 6 months. I got so excited that I can buy 3 houses in the price of 1 apartment, low apartment in Israel. I got so excited that it's far away from me, so I don't need to go and fix the tap or whatever need to be done. I like to speak other languages. I like to hear other culture. I'm interested in other person life. And from that, my kids heard what my passion. They saw my passion because the whole house changed. Deal came in, deal came out. Things are moving so fast. I became more positive to life.
Mm.
And then they understood they can do it, what we call overtime. They work, both of them are salaries somewhere. And they do it in the night time. But again, no more than 2 hours. They're also looking for the right way to build a team that will complete everything what they need and will complete the way to continue. So the whole house, the whole family is motivated. You know, if you don't motivate yourself in life, don't live. It's not just drinking wine. It's not just sitting on the beach. It's not just seeing beautiful things. The minute your mind does not work, all these beautiful things I talked about, they have nothing.
Yeah.
So when you close a deal and when you are doing things, you know, one of the deals I did 2 years ago, I remember it was the Independence Day of the United States, okay? I was in the pool in my house outside. And I took the phone and I found a good deal. And I sent it to my agent. I told him, listen, I know you're on your holiday, but can you check it? The next day I closed the deal.
Nice.
I was in the pool, he was in his holiday, but the deal was a good one. I just sent a message. I didn't ask him to come back to me in the same day. The idea is that when your spirit and your mind is open, you are capable of doing multiply things. Be easy with yourself. I wake up, I'm doing my meditation, I'm praying in the morning, I'm taking my time. Then I work. And the work is very easy today. WhatsApp, Messenger, Telegram, whatever we have, emails. It's not a hard work. Your brain is working. And the minute your brain is working, is more trained and is capable of doing more and more things. Yesterday at 1 o'clock at night, I talked to my friend in Africa how to develop another course of an education in Africa. Today, I'm talking about a multifamily. Tomorrow, I will talk about a huge flip. But it takes me what? 1 hour? All what I told you, 3 activities, 3 hours. But I work with somebody. I never work alone. I just need to know how to close the window or the door and do another activity.
Nice. So, I would phrase Tim Cook here. I saw his tweet a few weeks ago. He said, many times people speak of when you're passionate of what you do, you wouldn't walk a day of your life. And he said that's really big nonsense. He would consider this as when you got something that you're truly passionate about, you do this every day. You work the hardest you ever worked, but you would like it and would do it every day to come, and you like it. You want more of it. I can see it on my side that I need to limit myself in times of work. I remember when I started the project right after discharging from the army, and then I was like, oh my god, I got all of this free time. And then it just happened that I worked straight for 3 or 4 weeks, and it was amazing, and I liked it. And I really had to put the barrier because I almost had a burnout at the end of the 4th week. How do you find this balance when, as you said, you enjoy what you do, you're passionate of what you do, the entire house is passionate of what you guys do? How do you find your limits between other stuff in life?
I understand your passion in the beginning, and it's true and it should be. But sorry, I will close the door for a second. I'm sorry.
All right.
1 second. But you will get to it in one day in your life. Not today. You are still young. You are very passionate to a woman, and you can't take off your hands from her, and she can't take off her hands from you. But few years after that, it's cooled down. You still have the same passion. And I'm talking about somebody that is married for 40 years. It's the same passion. But it doesn't take me all the day long like it was. So also in the real estate or also in any other activities that you have, first of all, fix your time. And most of it and more before, see what do you really want to do and what kind of a passion do you have to do it. The minute you have this passion to do this, and you got a list not of 20, 30 things, 1 to 5, I promise you, this passion will lead you, and then your body will tell you you need to sleep, or you have to eat, or you need to go somewhere. So It's you know, and when you limit yourself, don't do it with power. Do another activity to get richer. And then when you come back to this activity, you have more passion. You have to find, each one find himself his own day dealing or managing your day or whatever by his capacity, by his passion, by his way. We can teach and show system. And since I'm coming from a kibbutz and it was agriculture all my life, so it's the nature. And look on what happened now with the nature. It goes crazy. We force the nature to do things that they are against his time limit is. So every time you go too far, think about it. Would you like to be a workaholic? Would you like to be alcoholic? So limit yourself to the time to say. It's also a teaching way for yourself when to stop. But we learn it. It's not, there is no lore about it. There is a feeling inside that you have to develop. Go with your heart. The minute you see your eyes are closed, the minute you don't wake up, you don't sleep well because you have too much adrenaline, the minute you can't even speak to your friends, you just speak about houses, maybe your friend does not interested in that. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Don't lose your friends because of what you're doing. Bring more friends, but don't lose your friends. Huh? Don't lose your life for your passion.
All right. Thank you for the great advices. I appreciate it. I think I really don't want to waste much of your time.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's interesting. Continue. It's okay.
I would just ask, what's the number one advice you'd give to a fresh entrepreneur, specifically entrepreneur in the areas of in the field of real estate?
First of all, I will talk to an entrepreneur and I will say that the entrepreneur, it's a way of living. It's running in your mind the whole day long, 7 days a week, 365 days in a year time. Find your limit, but do what you're passionate to. Then in the real estate, I would have said, do your first deal as fast as you can to build the trust of yourself in this activity. The minute you have this trust in this activity, then you can do more. And don't get too excited. It's money and it's huge money. I got excited. I did a lot of deals in the beginning, and then I stopped. I wanted to balance my business. Only after I succeeded to balance my business, then I attack again.
What was the specific case there? Like, what do you mean you felt out of balance? You felt like you're moving forward too fast? What was the process of balancing the business?
Buying a house, it's not a big deal. Managing the house and managing the money from the house and for the house, it's more important. Even if you think that you buy this house and you do the closing and then you have a contractor to come, and he can't come on this day, and he come a week after, and then all your program goes away. Or if you take a property manager and he's promising a lot of things and you find the default that he does, it takes 2 or 3 months. So you have to find the balance. If you go to a rental deal, take 6 months. Understand that from buying until you put a tenant inside, it's 6 months minimum. If you go to a flip, don't think you finish it in 3 months. Take it as a year time. Can you deal 3 flip and 4 rental in the first year that you are doing deals? No. You must have experience. You must have a team that will be able to answer your question, that will be able to satisfy and to answer your needs. So you need one team for the flip, one team for this house, one team for this house, one team for... You are already working with 5 or 6 teams. It's not building a team of one person. This person, until you don't build a good relationship with him, you cannot put all your weight on him. In the first year, I went 4 times to America to manage it, to see it, to feel it, to know the ground. Now I'm sitting, I was not in America from last year.
Many of us haven't. So what I take...
The border is open, you can fly, huh?
yeah, but I don't like quarantines. What I take especially from this point is to make sure that we get a system that we can trust on and it's reliable, that we know it's working for us, and not to rush into further deals. I take this to my field. I do flips, and I just plan the year ahead of how I'd like to make the system grow as a structure, as an infrastructure, before I scale up to many flips simultaneously. Thank you. I think many people can take this advice and implement it to make a good use. Last question. I promise you, last question. What perhaps can I do to help your business?
Be a partner.
I would love to.
I'm always open. By the way, I don't know if it's a good news or not, but I'm opening a real estate office here in one of my apartments in my village, Puria Elite. And this apartment is going to be what you call a WeWork, a space work for real estate. My dream will come true. I had an idea of making an open space for people from the area, because I'm in the north. We work alone. And then I came to the project and I said, this cannot be. I'm doing my courses, but I want to drink coffee with somebody or to learn from him. So beginning from 10 days from today, there will be an office here with about 10 places to sit. People can come looking for deal for their own, consulting with other people from the project or other people who do real estate overseas. Maybe find investors from one each other. Maybe find partners. Not working alone at home. Not working in Zoom, which is good, but we still need to, you look on the computer and then you raise your head and you ask, do you know this street? What do you think? Is that a good price? And then you go back to the deal and you close it. In place of waiting to your friend or mentor or partner. And from this office, I will also, each one will be able to, every week there will be a Zoom explaining things. Somebody will explain about the city is working. Somebody will explain about flips. Somebody will explain about rental. It should be an open space with an open mind. As much as you work with more people, you become more successful and more richer. Look on our hand. Again, I'm back to the nature. If each finger would have done herself what it need, won't have the same power like one hand. Always, always, always remember that. But to make a good partnership, you must come with no ego. You must come with your heart. Sometimes you will get offended from your partner said, and sometimes your partner will get offended. So it's another build of trust. It cannot be in one day. It should be in a year time until you become partner. So I'm open. The office will be open in 10 days. You're always welcome. You just need to get into your car and start the engine. Deal your life. Find the people you feel like.
Right.
And manage it. The one that you feel comfortable, that every time that you call, or every time that you meet, or every time that you speak, you find a good relationship, you feel free, you get richer together. Richer does not need to be from money. Richer can be from experience.
All right. Gilad, thank you so much for this great interview. I've learned so much. I can't even explain. I will sure be in touch. Thank you so much again for putting your time here. Thank you. And
I would like to say a word, Saar.
Yeah.
I would like to say a word for you. I appreciate very much that you didn't stop calling. You took this mission, and it's very important. In a certain time, I said to myself, he's driving me crazy, but it's good. Continue, Saar. Be patient and continue. You got a huge future. The minute somebody is listening and not saying, that's where you get richer. You know what Gandhi said? You know what Gandhi said?
He said many stuff. What do you mean?
It's not a stuff, by the way. He said, when you come to a meeting, don't say what you know. Listen. Because when you listen, you learn. And when you say or you speak, you just repeat the things you already know. So I spoke a lot this time. So next time you will speak. And I'm more than happy if I succeeded to help somebody. And I wish you really, really, really the best. A lot of passion, a lot of deals, and a lot of other activities. Keep your mind open.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.
You too.